When I was in kindergarten, my teacher was plump and smelled like honey, and she gave me spelling tests during nap time because I already knew how to read and I could have probably done the spelling in my sleep anyways. But she saw a seed, where public education saw a class size limit, and they didn't give her any extra water, but she gave me what she could anyways. She asked me my favorite number, and I told her 5, because that's how old I am. And she gave me 5 smiley face stickers, and I put them on my forehead and wore them like holy water. I sat next to Peter Ducey in the 3rd grade, and everyone thought he was the smartest boy in the class because he knew how to spell jeans, and not just the kind you wear on your legs. We played a flashcard game where you race the person next to you, and whoever wins moves on and on around the class until they lose, and I would lose on purpose the first time, so I could write down every single answer, and the next time I was unstoppable. Times tables were boring, but even the teacher never found out about my trick, and I felt like a magician. My teacher asked me my favorite number, and I said all of them, and she gave me take-home math problems, and I drew pictures of seals on the back after I finished them on the bus ride home. Nobody liked me in 4th grade because I moved schools and they were all friends before I got there, but there were so many books and so much time to read them because this was the gifted and talented class. And I got to learn algebra, and during the invention convention, I made a machine that poured milk for old people who had osteoporosis. Miss Ashworth asked me what was my favorite number, and I said 0. And she said, "Ashley, 0 is not a number, it's a concept." And I said, "Numbers are a concept." I finished pre-calculus in 6th grade, and I took Algebra 1 all over again in 7th, because public education makes no room for trees when it fails to recognize the seeds. All my friends and I would write each other notes and take naps because we could have been doing Algebra 1 in our sleep. My teacher asked me my favorite number, and I told her N. She said, "N is not a number, it's a variable," and I said, "If you do not know that I'm standing behind a door, am I still an animal?" I think I really stopped trying when work was aimed at time consumption over value, and my grades said more about my teacher's ability to engage than my ability to comprehend, and when numbers felt like sandpaper unless I was painting them on something more beautiful than an activity log. I found art. Lost myself between the lines. Music stole my heart, and I'm at a stage for the first time like we would never have to part. College was never a question for a kid like me, said my counselors. If you don't go to college, what a waste. I went, and I walked myself from class to class, sat in lecture halls where I was a pinpoint star in the constellation of faces, listened to the information, I took tests until I realized that learning does not have to be unrest. Whoever told you that a textbook is the best way to learn forgot that you can take more from a sunburn if you're looking. All I want is to leave and never stop leaving. I want the earth to be my teacher, and when she asks me my favorite number, I will say infinity, and she will not tell me that infinity is not a number because there is more wisdom in silence. I'll never stop spinning or learning because the dirt on a distant land has more worth than machine-printed numbers on a page, and the only obligation you've never questioned, and I never needed college to be successful, like I never needed anyone to tell me I could find my own way. And I'm finding it. In my heart, I know I'm finding it. Thank you.